It's Sunday, October 24, 2021. I'm Lights Camera Jackson, and welcome to LCJ Live. We have a lot to get to today, and you are seeing me, at least I am seeing myself on Twitter, which is great. Here on LCJ Live, we've got box office results for some big movies, including Dune, which has won the weekend with $40.1 million. It was getting a little shaky there in the last day or so, especially for fans of director Denis Villeneuve, about whether this movie was going to get past even $35 million. Some were even thinking maybe it'll barely get past $30 million. But Warner Brothers is calling it at 40, and it's the biggest open the studio has had in quite a while. And I think they are thrilled about that. I think they're very happy with $40 million. A lot of people going to the theater to see it on the big screen. Look, $9 million of that $40 million from IMAX showings alone. That's a huge number. That's 22.5% of that total. So I think Warner Brothers is happy. I think Dune Part 2 will probably happen, as Josh Brolin talked about the other day on Good Morning America. DJ Rachopo, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. And I got to see Dune on the big screen on Tuesday. I'm glad I saw it on the big screen. If you safely can do that, I would recommend it to experience the visuals, which will probably be Oscar nominated, if not win. The score by Hans Zimmer is absolutely insane, as I talk about with my Too Fast, Two Films podcast co-host Mike Sargent on a new episode. Get our thoughts on Dune plus the drama mass at toofasttwofilms.com. Dune with $40 million, a strong number. A strong number. Better than I thought it would do. Better than a lot of people thought it would do. The best for Denis Villeneuve for his career. Bigger than Blade Runner 2049. What that opened to about, 32 million, 35-ish back in 2017. So they are definitely, the studio, happy about that. Halloween Kills down to $14.5 million. It's at 73 total. No Time to Die, right behind, $11.9 million. It has crossed the $120 million mark. Venom Let There Be Carnage is doing well. Now, you're probably thinking, all right, it did $9 million this weekend. It's at 182. It still needs to get to 213 that the first Venom made back in 2018. It probably won't do that, but the pacing is pretty close. The pacing of Venom 2 to the original Venom is pretty close, that Sony should not feel disappointed in any way. Pere Jules, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Ron's Gone Wrong, kind of bombed this weekend. $7.3 million. Not huge for an animated family film, even during this period of time. Addams Family 2 opened to $18 million, almost $18 million, just a few weeks ago. Boss Baby, Paw Patrol, Raya, Space Jam, Tom and Jerry, they had bigger opens. Raya and the Last Dragon had a bigger open even than this. This open, I feel like, is only bigger than Spirit Untamed, which only opened to about $6 million in June. 7.3, a little higher than that. But I think Disney faced an uphill battle. You're trying to market to families a completely original concept with a brand they don't recognize. And that was going to be tough. Especially considering $4.3 million worth of people still went to see Addams Family 2 this weekend in its fourth weekend. And will probably go next weekend because we still have one more weekend of Halloween, basically. So Addams Family with 4.3, it's up to $48 million, right about where a lot of family films have been over these past several months. And Addams Family 2 will cross $50 million. It may make a run at 55. It will not get higher than that. It will not get to the $100 million that the first Addams Family made, but if it was going to even come close to that, I would have been surprised. So we'll see if Ron's Gone Wrong has any legs over the next several weeks. Clifford is not that far away from Paramount, a brand people recognize. But it doesn't look like Clifford's going to go to Regal Theaters just like Paw Patrol, so we'll have to see how Clifford does. The Last Duel dropped to $2.1 million this weekend. It's at 8.5 after 10 days. Shang-Chi, another $2 million. It's at $221 million total, still leading the way. The French Dispatch, Wes Anderson, huge per-screen average this weekend of $25,000 in each of its 52 theaters, which totals $1.3 million, good enough for ninth place. Saw some predictions this week that thought it would get to $500,000, maybe $1 million, maybe make a run at $1 million. 1.3 is huge. Searchlight and Disney over the moon about this open for the French Dispatch. I am seeing it tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing it tomorrow, even though I'm not a huge fan of Wes Anderson's live-action films. I love his animated films, especially Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I'm curious to see this one. Obviously, it's going to get some awards play. Obviously, it's already doing very well at the box office. This stat from Deadline in polling, they say 83% of the audience considered themselves Wes Anderson fans. That's crazy, the polling numbers they got, that the diehard Wes Anderson fans want to see this movie. BK Wells, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. They want to see this film, and they decided, we got to go. We got to go night one. We got to go weekend one. And again, I'm seeing it tomorrow, so I will let you know soon my thoughts on The French Dispatch. Rounding out your top 10 this weekend could be Free Guy with another $200,000-ish. We're still waiting on the money from that, but check this out. So Dune is Warner Brothers. Halloween Kills is Universal. Venom is Sony. No Time to Die and Addams Family 2 are both MGM. The other 5 movies are all under the Disney umbrella. Ron's Gone Wrong is 20th Century Studios. So is The Last Duel. So is Free Guy. Shang-Chi is Disney through Marvel. And The French Dispatch is Searchlight. 5 out of the 10 movies this weekend belong to Disney. Wow. Free Guy hanging on in, I think it's 11th weekend. I think it's going to be number 10. We'll have to see. But wow. 5 out of 10. That's crazy. Wow. Before we get into the movies that are coming out this week, French Dispatch will expand nationwide this week. I want to talk about Film Columbia. Last night I had the chance to see the new Joaquin Phoenix film, Come On, Come On. And I'm going to do a full review and thoughts on it in a few weeks, closer to its November 19th open. But I will say this. 2 people walked out last night about 35 minutes in. Another person walked out about an hour in. I could have joined them if I felt like it. It is not a good film. I'm sorry. If you've seen it and you loved it, good for you. I didn't think it was a good film. But I am thrilled that I got to go back to Film Columbia last night. And let's see, I started going to film. Yeah, ouch, says Barry Judd. Yeah, it's just not. And I'll get into reasons why, a little closer to its release. But yeah, no, it's not good. But thank you to Film Columbia. So excited to see more films there this week. And they've got a great lineup. They've got some films I've already seen that are coming this week, including Flea, the fantastic, incredible animated documentary. They've also got the Julia Child documentary and some more big movies on the way. But I've been going to Film Columbia, the Crandall Theater in Chatham, New York, since 2012. First movie I saw there, part of the festival, was Silver Linings Playbook. It was a sold-out Sunday afternoon showing. Place was packed. I loved the movie. I loved the experience of it. Next year, I saw Dallas Buyers Club. What else have I seen there? I saw Foxcatcher there. I saw Spotlight there. I saw The Imitation Game there, and many other films. I can pull up a list here. But thrilled to be back after last year's hiatus. I saw Parasite there in 2019. So I've seen some great movies, and they do a real nice job. It's the 21st year, I believe, of Film Columbia. And if you want more information, if you're in upstate New York and you want to see some movies this week, go to filmcolumbia.org, crandalltheater.org, the website. It'll give you all the information. Why is Flea animated if it's a documentary, says DJ Rachopo. And Flea plays, I believe, Friday at 5:30 at Film Columbia. So if you have the chance and you're around here and you want to see Flea on Friday at 5:30. Flea, which I screened at home back in February right after the Sundance premiere, is an animated documentary for several reasons. One of them is to hide the identities of the real people involved, and the directors and the makers thought that making it an animated film would give it some more layers, which it absolutely does, and help with the overall situation. So that's one of the reasons. There are more deeper reasons, but I don't want to give everything away about the film because I want you to experience, if you want to see Flea, the movie without knowing much, because it's gonna blow you away. I was also blown away by another animated movie I watched the other day called The Summit of the Gods, which is going to be on Netflix at the end of November. It is incredible, an amazing achievement. I talked with director Patrick Imbert. Clip of that is on my social media, including Twitter at LCJ Reviews. But I want to thank the folks at Film Columbia. Looking forward to seeing more films this week and getting back into the film festival world. I got to see Violet at the Woodstock Film Festival. Violet opens in a few theaters this coming weekend. It's going to be on VOD in early November. Olivia Munn, who I think gives the best performance of her career, is in this drama. She may get some awards play. Best Actress nominations, at least from the Independent Spirit Awards, hopefully. Olivia Munn is very good in Violet, so if you have the chance to check that out, I recommend it. Full review at lights-camera-jackson.com. It's not a perfect film by any means, but her performance is very strong. Coming out this week, a couple movies. Last Night in Soho. Antlers as well. I have seen A Mouthful of Air, which is the new drama with Amanda Seyfried that's going to be in theaters this weekend. I'll have my review of that midweek this week, my thoughts on that. Also, Passing. I watched that the other night. That's going to be in some theaters on Wednesday, on Netflix, November the 10th, I believe. And Passing, I don't want to give my thoughts away on Passing. Let's see. Sad Luigi 4. Yeah, I like Dune. Sad Luigi 4, if you like Dune, good. I think it's pretty good. I didn't find it to be as much of an emotional wallop as I wanted it to be. But Timothée Chalamet is very good. And Jason Momoa. The best I've ever seen Jason Momoa in a film is in Dune. The visuals are cool. And if you stay with Chalamet and his character, you'll like it. Passing is coming out this week. Tessa Thompson, Ruth Negga. It is a film from Rebecca Hall. Rebecca Hall wrote and directed this movie based on a 1929 novel. I have seen it. I will let you know my thoughts on it soon, but I don't want to reveal everything right now. The Harder They Fall is in select theaters. J.M. Pritchard 1, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. The Harder They Fall is in select theaters right now. It's going to be on Netflix in about a week or so. And this is a Western. Regina King, Idris Elba. It's got some other cast members to it. I watched it the other night. I'm going to hold off on my thoughts on that as well, but you will get them very soon. Have you seen Dune? What did you think of Dune? Have you seen The French Dispatch or Ron's Gone Wrong? Or are you looking forward to Last Night in Soho and Antlers? No, Last Night in Soho, Anya Taylor-Joy put out the renditions of Downtown, both the up-tempo and the down-tempo versions. You can check those out on YouTube. So Last Night in Soho is the big movie this week. I guess what's going to win next weekend for Halloween weekend, with Halloween being on a Sunday, which will probably take some of the box office away. Dune will probably win again because I don't think Last Night in Soho is going to be a blockbuster. I don't think it's going to open to more than $20 million. I could be wrong. I don't feel like it's going to be a gigantic out-of-the-gate movie. It's Edgar Wright, but it's from Focus Features. I'm not sure. It's going to do gigantic numbers. Of course, another movie that was supposed to be out this very weekend that we're in right now, Jackass Forever. Remember, Paramount was going to put out Jackass Forever this weekend. What would Jackass Forever have done this weekend? Could Jackass Forever have come out next weekend? Maybe it could have, and actually won the weekend next weekend. Would it have beat Dune this weekend? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. $40 million for another Jackass movie? But Paramount's got it in, February now? I think Super Bowl weekend? Of course nobody's going to go on Sunday to see Jackass Forever that weekend. So could Paramount have put out Jackass either, 2 days ago or this coming weekend? Probably. And probably done okay. Probably maybe done better than what they're going to do in February for the final Jackass movie. So we'll have to see where that goes. But I think Dune will be number one again next weekend. And then the behemoth known as Marvel returns with Eternals, and we'll see how that does. And then you got Clifford, and you got Ghostbusters, and you got King Richard and Encanto from Disney, and then we get into the December movies and the awards play, and it's going to be a very interesting final 2 months of 2021, but we've got one more week to go. It's Halloween, basically, Halloween week, with it being next Sunday. This is the new Pez, by the way, for the year. This is the Vampire Pez. I love showing off my Pez dispensers as always, and that is the new Vampire Pez for Halloween that I definitely wanted to show off today. So once again, if you want my thoughts on some new movies and some upcoming movies, go to lights-camera-jackson.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson, YouTube.com/LightsCameraJackson. That's where some of the animation interview clips are. AnimationScoop.com. I'll have some new Q&A soon. Got some in the can that I'm saving till November, but Friday night on the CW, this new Scooby-Doo special. And I don't want to give a lot of it away because I can't. I'm embargoed. And I want you to experience, if you're a diehard Scooby-Doo fan, watch this special. Because it's not just a retrospective on the life and career of the people who made Scooby-Doo and all the characters. It is more unique than that. And you're going to be surprised, as I was in watching it, pleasantly surprised on how this special is done. Friday night, 8 o'clock, CW, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You Now? It's a cool special. It's a different kind of special. Spruce Tips, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. It's a cool special. And it's not just Halloween themed. They're putting it out for Halloween because it's appropriate for Scooby-Doo, but it's not a Halloween special. It is a, let's look at Scooby-Doo, let's interview some people, and let's go a little beyond that. And the results are pretty good. They really are. So more Animation Scoop Q&As are coming soon, hopefully with the director of that Scooby-Doo special, and some more coming up. And I'll be back here next Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, for a special Halloween edition of LCJ Live. If you want my podcast episode with Jorge R. Gutierrez and Sandra Akiwa for Maya and the Three, check that out at lcj.podbean.com. It's also at lights-camera-jackson.com in the LCJ Q&A podcast section. And one final shout out to 99.5 The River. Celebrated a year with host Randy McCartan the other day. Gave him an LCJ t-shirt, which he loved. If you want to watch that installment of our segment, go to 995theriver.com. It's also on their YouTube channel, and I posted it across my social media platforms as well. I am Lights Camera Jackson. Thank you for watching today's episode of LCJ Live. We will see you next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern for the Halloween edition of LCJ Live. Take care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well, stay positive. Support your theaters safely, your indoor theaters, and your drive-in theaters while you can. Always entertaining, says Perry Jules. Thank you for the episodes. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. See you next Sunday. Bye-bye.